So the question was asked, what is 4n plus 1 equals 21? Now, there's two methods to do this. The original method, and the most traditional, would be to balance the equation. We want to find out what n is, but the things preventing me from knowing what n is this plus 1 and the 4 times here. Now, I can cancel those out. Now, we talked earlier about the order that we do this. The easiest way to do this first is by removing this plus 1 here. We do that quite simply by taking away 1, because plus 1 take away 1 is 0. But anything we've done to the left hand side of the equation we must do to the right hand side, so we must also take away 1 from this side as well. Now that will leave me with 4n equals, because the plus 1 and the minus 1 have cancelled each other out, but 21 take away 1 is 20. Now the only thing preventing me from solving n is this 4 times, because that's what 4n means, 4 times n. Now to cancel out 4 times we do the opposite, which is divide. So we'll be dividing by 4 to cancel that out, but again I must also divide by 4 on this side if I'm to keep the equation balanced, leaving me with 4 divided by 4 is 1, or just n, equals 20 divided by 4 equals 5. So n equals 5. There's a little check that we can do to check that this is the correct answer, and we can substitute n back into the equation. 5, replace it there with the n. So here we have 4 times what we've just worked out is 5 plus 1, because that's what it says, 4 times 5 plus 1, and hopefully 4 times 5, which is 20, plus 1 equals 21. So we know that we've got the correct answer. Now the other thing that we can do is more looking at how n found its value. So if we start off again with 4n plus 1 equals 21, then we can look now at how that value of 21 was achieved. Well, what we're interested in is n, and then the first thing that's going to happen to n when we work this equation out is, well, what is the closest thing to n? It's 4. So what's the first thing that's going to happen? We're going to do whatever n is, we're going to times that by 4. We're not working anything out, we're just working out the order in which 21 was achieved. After we've times n by 4, we look, 4 times n, we will be simply adding 1. So there we are. That's not working anything out. That is how 21 was achieved. So we've not really done any working out, we've just explained how 21 was achieved. The first thing that happens to n is it's times by 4, there. Then we will add 1, that will give us 21. Now by knowing that, we can work this equation out backwards to find our value. So what's the opposite of plus 1? Well, it's take away 1. So 21 take away 1 is 20 so far. We times by 4 above here, so what's the opposite to that? Divide by 4. So 20 divided by 4 equals 5. And we can do the same check. 4 times 5 plus 1, well, it does equals 21. So that's right. So we have two completely separate methods there. You choose whichever one you think is best.